What's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we're going to be moving on in my Gran Turismo 4 walkthrough. This is my Mazda Club RE race. I think I'm on. What am I on? It'll be in the title. I can't remember. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. And it is race 4, I see. So we'll be doing Opera Paris today. A very good course, underratedly good course. This is, I guess, my 2021 walkthrough, whatever I have these named. But it's Gran Turismo 4, and we're walking through it. We're playing through it. We're getting gameplay. We're doing the whole thing. Be sure to help me get to 1,000 subs. I'm trying to get there by the end of the year. Hopefully. Even though now it's like January, so it's whatever. I'm recording this before January 1st, so I don't care. I want 1,000 subs because Gran Turismo is awesome, and they don't really promote older games, and I like the old games. So I think YouTube would take it more seriously if I had more subs. But anyway, we're going to be playing through, whereas the RX-8 Concept LM race car. This car is sick. And it's very overpowered for this course. I'm just basically doing this to get a lot of money. We're racing against a bunch of RX-7s and RX-8s. And like that weird Cosmo thing sometimes is in this race. I guess it's like, that's why they call it Club RE. Because I was like, why is it called Club RE? If anyone knows what that means, let me know. Does that mean something? Does that mean rotary engines? Is that what that stands for? Rotary engine? Oh, that might be what it stands for. I just realized that. I don't know, but that would make sense. If someone knows what Club RE means, let me know. I might have just figured it out, though. So, yeah. I really hope that's it. So, yeah, this is the RX-8 Concept LM race car. This thing is absolutely a beast. Very, very good. Has a very homage to the RX or Mazda 787B livery. Is it livery or livery? Man, I'm asking a lot of questions for this comment section. So, hopefully you'll actually answer these, because I don't actually know. Is it livery or livery? I don't actually know how you say that. Is it one of those things where it doesn't matter? It probably doesn't matter. But yeah, we're racing against a bunch of RX-7s and RX-8s and the Cosmo thing sometimes, but it's not in this race right now. And it's weird how fast the older cars are in this game. In this race, it seems like they've just totally tuned up the other ones to like their max tune, and then the RX-7s are just kind of chilling because they're the best. RX-8s are good too, but they just can't compete. The RX-7s were such a great car. Very fast and very good looking cars too. So I'm assuming this front car is probably one of the newer RX-7s, which is why it's actually winning by a lot. Okay, it's not the new RX-7s. It's one of the old ones, and it's destroying everybody. So I don't really know how that's happening, but that's fine. It's crazy, actually. I was not expecting that. So the RX-7s are great. Even the old ones are fantastic. They all sound great. They've always nailed the Mazda RX-7 sound. Well, they've just nailed the rotary engine sound in these games. They've had that down pat since, like, GT1. So they just basically have made it slightly better every time. But they nailed it. They really did. So we are using the RX-7 Concept LM race car. It's based on the RX-7 Concept Type I believe. There's two different concepts in Gran Turismo 4. There's only 1 and 3 in Gran Turismo 3. And I'm pretty sure it's the one that's the RX-7 Concept LM race car is based on. But the concept is, like, amazing. And the regular car kind of isn't as good. The concepts are really sick in this game. And they've always been good. They've always made concept cars really good in these Gran Turismo games. And I think they can do that because it allows them to kind of have some freedom because the car isn't really real. As I just totally missed the breaking point there. But concept cars are always kind of fire in these games. They just slap everything and they're great. But the regular cars are probably more reliable because of the fact that they're actually based on a real car, so they can really nail down the like control and everything of that like that. But this car was sick in the game. It's a very good startup car, and I'm gonna try to play through this game using all the different types of cars. So I've kind of shot myself in the foot by using the RX-8 Concept LM race car on a race where it's overpowered for it. And I really doubt I'm gonna win a better car than this thing, but I think we'll be fine. I don't see that being a problem. I've got popcorn here, so that's what I'm eating now that I'm done with the race. But yeah. I'll show the replay of this thing. It is crazy how they made, like, this random RX-7 type, whatever it is. This is the 80s one. It's so good. And also the RX-7 Infinity Type 3, or Infinity 3 is very good as well. Because it's beating an RX-7 Type RS from 2000. Like, they're basically the exact same. The GT Limited is a little bit worse. And then the RX-8 Type S is... I can never remember if that's the faster RX-8 or the slower one, but it's one of them. It's one of them. And so, RX-7 Type RS is very, very good. Easily the best car in this lobby, but for some reason, they just make the Infiniti so good. And again, you can see that they just tune it up. It's tuned. Clearly, the RX-7 Infiniti 3 is not as good stock as the RX-7 Type RS. That would be a failure for the RX-7 Type RS if it was not as good as the car that was made literally 10 years earlier. So you know that's not true. But the RX-7 Type RS is very pretty, very good looking car. And I think the best RX-7 that was ever made was that like Spirit A one, which is sometimes in race, but it's not in this one. The next race next week, I know, is going to be a great one because it's the Suzuka Circuit one. I'm going to keep restarting that one until I get the weird Cosmo car because that thing spins a lot and it's awesome. So, as you can see, I'm now on the straight, flown past everybody. This car is so fast that when I fly by the RX-7 with 2 seconds to spare, I still can stay ahead of him because its tires are so great. So, all that did was basically slow down a little bit there, and that's it. So, yeah, they really do ghost pathing a lot in this game, but it's because they added B-Spec. I feel like in Gran Turismo 3, the AI was a little bit more, like, not so perfect, which is why I think this game is a little bit not as fun to play through as a GT3 situation. But there are races in this game that will still do it, you know? So we have the RX-7 GTX, RX-8 Type S03. I don't know the difference between the RX-7 GTX and the Infiniti 3. And also, I think there's a Savannah RX-7 too, somewhere in there. So there's a lot of 1990 versions of the RX-7 in this game. Obviously, that model was around for a lot longer than just 1990, but they're picking the best ones. That's what they do. So, I think this is technically the Savannah one. I just noticed that there's literally an Infiniti logo on the back of this thing. That's honestly kind of baller. So, they did it right. The attention to detail in these polyphony games is so mind-blowing that, like, even in an old game like this, it's just so much detail and it's so glorious. So, yeah, RX-7 Infiniti, doing great, of course. Just destroying everybody. RX-7 Type RS holding down the second place. Even the RX-7 GT Limited is fantastic because it's not even being pressured by the RX-8 anymore. So, yeah. They did a good job with this mode. It's not so, the cars are not so blatantly underpowered that it's pathetic. Like, they actually make them relatively cool. This GT Limited looks sick, too. I can't tell if that's a Gen 2, technically, or if that's still the Gen 1 one. The front of it looks exactly like the other ones. But the back obviously looks very different. So, I'm not sure. But that was fun. Moving through that was a breeze. So we'll stop there for today. We'll do race 5 next week. It should be a good one. I think the AI spin out. So we'll enjoy it. Thank you all for watching. And